2006 Infiniti G35. We're powered by a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6. That's the VQ-35. That's making 298 horsepower, 269 pound-feet of torque. And normally, it also has a 6,800 RPM redline. But the owner has tuned this, done quite a few mods. Now it's making 270 wheel horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque, and he's raised the redline with the tune to 7,200 RPM, but the torque is going to start rolling off right at 68. It's weighing in right around 3,500 pounds, and we have double wishbone in the front, multi-link suspension in the rear. In terms of mods, we have BC DR Coilovers with quite a few supporting suspension mods. We have an Akebono big brake kit, engine bolt-ons with the tune, full mod list down in the description as always. We've got the big APR GTC-300 Wing, big wang gang, and these work CR Kiwami wheels wrapped in Yokohama Advan Apex tires. That's 285 in the rear and 275 in the front. Very small stagger. Get into the interior, we've got these Bride bucket seats. We've got this Work Bells hub, and the Works Bell hub with this Never Content 325mm steering wheel. Love these little thumb grooves right here too. Little indentations, helps you hold it properly. Makes the steering come out quite a bit, and the buckets are tilted back as well, so you're sitting quite a bit lower down. Nice low seating position, but also more stretched out, not as upright as you normally would be in a G35. And we've got this Torque Solutions short shift kit as well, with metal bushings rather than the nylon bushings. Clutch engagement is super high up. It's quite gradual. Way higher than it should be though. You actually need to sit further back just to be able to get that clutch bite point correct without having to bend your knee too much. Let's give you a pull. First impressions, I am loving how sharp this car is. You don't expect G35s to handle in this way. Very sharp front end, very immediate. Not amazing steering feedback. Oh, that short shift kit giving us some troubles getting into fourth. He set up the coilovers too. It is confidence inspiring. You're getting really planted car feel. It's not overly stiff and punishing. And this exhaust is so loud, dude. You have to be very intentional with the transmission. There's no slop. It's like almost overly mechanical in a way. Making 270 wheel at this weight, I do wish there was a little bit more. A little more power for a car of this size and weight, especially since the owner does track this quite a bit. Oh my god. The pedal placement is actually these aftermarket pedals that I'm finding very unnatural. The inputs of the steering are good. The transmission is like, it's a mixed bag, not bad. But the pedals are really just, there's a learning curve. Clutch engagement point being super, super high. Brake and throttle position too. There's like a pedal cover on the throttle and such. Not making heel toe easy, actually. Oh my god, my foot is getting stuck. My foot is getting stuck underneath the clutch and behind the brake pedal. That's not good. This is not... Maybe if you have smaller feet or wear narrower shoes, you wouldn't have issues. I'm having quite a few issues with the pedal box right now. So it's partially ergonomics and also just the feel of everything. The brakes are very, very grabby, whereas the throttle, it requires a lot of effort. you know, to rev match. And then also there's like this friction, this weird friction where it's not a smooth, you just press it and it goes in. You have to overcome this initial friction and then it moves instantly after that. I feel like the entire pedal box here, the quality of those inputs is actually holding back the driving experience more than any other part. Having a little bit more power would be nice too, but the front end is the most notable thing in terms of strengths of this car. Very sharp, a little bit of feedback through the wheel, not much with this hydraulic power assist. Getting this weird rattle, that must be the metal bushings, right around 5,000 RPM, it hits this resonance. And then you hear that. I record in binaural audio, so if you're wearing headphones, it'll really feel like you're in here with me, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, the positioning of the sound. Oh man, none of these heel toes are good, man. They're all so sloppy. I like the seat has a lot of rake, so you're leaning back, not being overly upright, you're still getting thigh support. The way he set up the seats, I like quite a bit, although you are sitting further back than you might be used to. I think the droniness of this exhaust, though, just driving on the highway or even canyon carving, would probably get a bit old. On track, the noise is welcome, so you can hear it underneath the helmet and all the insulation. Really great front end. The brakes are they're a bit too bitey for the rest of the inputs, but very firm. And once you get into it, you know, he has the stainless steel braided lines and such. You can be very precise with them, and I like that higher resolution. Giving it the beans, it doesn't want to go. Definitely needs a little bit more power. Give it another 50 plus. The chassis would respond very well to that. Would make for a more balanced driving experience as well. A shudder through the brake pedal, unfortunately. From all the track days, maybe he has some pad deposit, may need to rebed them. Yeah, especially once you get some heat into them, you feel it more. When the brakes were cooler, he is running track pads, so normally it takes some heat to even just get the right amount of braking bite that you want. But as you get more and more heat, it starts shuddering. It's a cool car, man. I didn't even realize the reputation of G35s. I told some buddies yesterday that I was reviewing a G35 today, and they're like, "Oh, those are the takeover vehicle of choice." And I said, "What? I had no idea." It's a great platform, front engine, rear wheel drive, you got an LSD. Great bones at the price point, which I think is one of the strengths of this vehicle. And the way that he set it up, I do definitely like the steering. The transmission it's kind of a mixed bag. It's almost overly mechanical and sometimes a bit stubborn getting into gear. I really do not like these pedals. In fact, I am so curious to see what is going on here. Yeah, so you got a pedal cover on the throttle, and these just seem to be the brake and clutch. Just replaced those, it looks like. But I couldn't get into a rhythm. I couldn't feel fully comfortable driving the car because the clutch point is so high and the bite point is so gradual that, you know, you're like, by the time you think the clutch has engaged, you're already rolling to the throttle. You're like, oops, I don't want to you know, start wearing out the clutch by doing so. So you have to pay a lot of attention to the pedals, to all your inputs down there, but at least the steering is more natural, and with that very sharp front end, that's the strength that I would love to get the other inputs to match this level of naturalness and sharpness. But overall, well set up car. I think on track this would be a lot of fun. The firmer brake pedal there and the issue heel towing is not going to be as much of an issue because you're braking much harder. Big thanks to Cody for letting me review his G35. Let me know what you think with a comment down below. And if you want your car reviewed, visit us on jabalandcars.com. Fill out the form on the homepage, and I'll see you all in that next one. Much love.